Happy New Year and welcome to 2018 here at the studios of the Loma Linda Broadcasting Network. This is Week in Review. I'm Marlon Paley along with Jay Hughes, Mackenzie Campbell, and seated right beside me is your friend and mine, Ganem Hatta. We're here to talk about the Loma Linda Broadcasting Network in the new year, 2018. And to start this new year off right, well, we've got the verse of the day for you. In fact, Ganem has the verse of the day.
And it's from Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened, and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you whenever you go, or wherever you go. You know, this verse is so important to me, Marlon, not only in my personal time and my personal relationship with God, but also in my time with the ministry of LLBN, because God has proven himself time after time. He's a God of encouragement, not God of fear. Therefore, when we are in fear, it's not from God. We are pretty much being imposed or weakened by the wrong spirits, for lack of better words. But God is God of courage, and when we rely on him, he drives us forward. He gives us the self-confidence to move, to execute. And therefore, I just want to share this verse with our beloved viewers. If you ever fear fear, that's not from God. Fear does not come from God. He told us this right here. If you feel fear, pray. Invite the Holy Spirit and the Spirit of God to encourage you, to move you forward, rather than staying in your track or stepping backward.
Well, 2018 has a promise for a lot of dismay. We know that it's not going to be easier than last year because the time of the end is in the future, and hopefully not too far distance in the future, but hopefully it is far distance. Mackenzie, how do you deal with dismay in this world?
Dismay in this world. Well, praying about it, obviously. Sometimes I get really discouraged because there's, in the news nowadays, it's just all bad news. And so it's really discouraging to see that. But I know that praying about it, doing devotionals, and what I really like about that Bible verse was that at the beginning of the Bible verse it says, have I not already told you this?
Right. Amen.
You know, I'm always with you. There's nothing you need to worry about. And so I think that's really encouraging for all of us.
Jay, can you do that if you're not in practice? I mean, don't you have to have a relationship with Jesus in order to withstand the dismay?
Well, you do. But if you don't have a close relationship, it's a good time to get on your knees and ask him to help you through any situation that you're in. And he always will come to your aid every time. Yeah.
Well, I think you guys just hit it on the head. Thank you for your input. And we want to talk about 2018. You know, 2018 is going to be a year of changes. In fact, you're kind of looking at some changes right now because if you haven't noticed, we're kind of in a new studio. Ganem, why don't you tell us about that?
Well, Marlon, I mean, part of LLBN growth, we have just refurbished Studio 4. Studio 4 has not been in production for a while, but it is now. We resume operation from the studio. Thank you, folks, for all your generous support that allowed us and helped us to achieve the refurbishing of the studio. Hopefully you will see more programming coming from the studio, and it will be put to far more use for the other foreign channels as well. So it's a good day. It's a good beginning for us in 2018.
Is this enough? I mean, do we need any more studios? We got eight channels. You know, how many foreign channels? With 5 foreign channels and 3 English channels?
Oh yeah, Marlon. Ideally, is we have one large building that we can subdivide for the different networks. Right now, we're spread out. We are leasing in one part of Redlands, and we own a property in one part of Loma Linda, and we have them all tied up through fiber, and we commute back and forth in the evenings and weekends. But you know, we're making the best of what we have until the Lord provide a larger building. We're going to give our best to produce the most we can from these spaces that we have.
Well, this is a time of change across the campus here at Loma Linda University Health, and LLBN is going to be working with the Medical Center and the University office to bring you this year's Week of Renewal. there can be 2 programs that you can join LLBN for us to share with the week of renewal with the students and the employees and the visitors of this great institution. Mackenzie is here to tell us more about it. Mackenzie.
Yep, so Week in Renewal is this next week. It's from January 8 to 12, and like Marlon said, we're going to be playing it live 2 times. The first thing that we're playing in the morning is called I Am Listening, and that's from 8:30 to 9 in the morning. The second one is from 11 to 11:50, and that is the Week of Renewal, but it is titled God Whispers. And the speaker is Aaron Reneker. And so that's something to look forward to this next week for everyone. You can see it here on LLBN every single day next week.
And forgive me, is that going to be on His Word or
His Word.
His Light?
His Word, I believe.
How about the Latino channel? Is going to be there?
I do not know that. Ganem, do you know that?
No, Marlon, it's only on the His Word channel. And, we thank Loma Linda University Medical Center for sharing their Week of Renewal programs throughout the week.
And also the university with the 11 to noon service with University at Worship. Jay's here to share about how you can get involved physically and financially here at the Loma Linda Broadcasting Network. What do you have for us today, Jay?
Well, Marlon, I have a wonderful way that most everyone can support LLBN without changing their monthly income or their monthly reserves and their savings account, and it costs nothing. It's called a Beneficiary Designation.
What was that name again?
Beneficiary Designation. And most all of us, of course, have bank accounts, savings accounts, life insurance, and stocks and bonds, which all can be transferred. These are all assets that can be transferred through this wonderful Beneficiary Designation. Simply need to contact your bank account manager or the account manager, and you may fill out a form that leaves support to the ministry and or to your family who you would like to leave part of it to. And it costs nothing, takes only a few minutes to do, and leaves a legacy of support to help the ministry.
Do you need a lawyer?
No, this is free. It costs you nothing. Just a
So
couple
for more
minutes.
information, what number should they call?
You can call me right here at the office, the 1-800 number on the screen, or at the office at 909-651-5543.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Again, there's various plans for the station, but it takes money to drive it.
Well, Marlon, I just want to thank our viewers from the bottom of our heart for your contributions during 2017. You helped us meet our goal. God bless you. God bless you. We went in November asking for $280,000, and I tell you, you helped us make it. Congratulations to you and to us and to the ministry of LLBN. And Marlon, I just can't say enough about that giving spirit of our viewers who continuously support LLBN with their checks as if it was a utility requirement. Those checks never stop coming by the end of each month. God bless you. God bless you for keeping us so dear to your heart and to your mind. Keep us in your prayers as we continue keeping the entire family of Jesus in our prayers as well.
Speaking of our listeners and our viewers and our partners and spreading of the good word of Jesus Christ, Mackenzie is here with some of your cards and letters. You know, we'd love to hear from you, so please keep it up. We want to know what you like, and we also want to know what you don't like. So let us know by writing to the address of the screen. You can leave us a phone message, and you can also you send us an email, like I think Mackenzie's ready to share with us right now. Mackenzie.
Okay, so the first letter is from Gary from Kansas. He says, I'm sending a small gift to keep the programming on the air if possible. Our small church here is made up of mostly dirt farmers, and we aren't good preachers, so we make good use of your worship service every other week when our regular pastor can't be with us. We like your style of the worship service. Also tell Sonia that we enjoy the gathering place and to keep it going.
All right. And who is that from?
Gary from Kansas.
Gary from Kansas. Who else did you have?
I also have one from Chris from
Hold that letter
Princeton,
up.
West.
Hold that letter up so you can see.
Sure, Chris from Winston, West Virginia. And he says, I wanted to share this blessing with LLBN. I've been working for a company that was altering my pay time work to cheat me out of my pay. So I've been looking for a new job. I've been praying since January this year to get a new job. The Lord has answered my prayer. I got a new job working for the government. Also, my application time was set, and before I left the office, I was told to leave my uniform sizes. I have good benefits and life insurance, which I didn't have till now. I went back for my interview, and after a background check, I was hired. Praise the Lord. The Lord has this blessing already planned for me. I had the job before I even had an interview.
Amen.
May God bless this donation. So that's very encouraging.
Yeah, there's no fear there, huh? Is it?
Not at all. Here's a testimony to that verse we read earlier. Here's a man of faith, and a man has a spirit of courage, which is from God.
Yeah, we'd like to hear good news stories like that too. And the Lord likes to hear that too, because this is a way of praising Him. So I want to congratulate you for that letter, and we encourage other people to write it. I think we have one more, don't we?
We do. The last one is from Esther, and she is from Georgia, I believe. I really appreciate your program each night. I'm dealing with medical problems now, so I'm getting many blessings from LLU Church also. Greetings to Ivan Blazin, John Pauline, and Larry Garrity, as I worked at the Andrews University Library for many years.
Well, thank you for sharing that information with us. As I said, we all love to hear you. No matter what you have to say, please write us in any of the 3 ways that are available to you. Well, that's just about wraps it up here for Week in Review for this edition, but let me ask Ganem if he has anything else that he has to share with us. Ganem?
Well, Marlon, if we have time, I just want to share the joy of the promise of God that the New Jerusalem will be on earth once more, and we, the faithful and the righteous, will dwell with the Lord. The Lord will be dwelling with us in that New Jerusalem, and that's real. That's going to happen. I believe last time I looked it up, it's 1,500 mile by 1,500 mile big, the city of Jerusalem, and God has prepared mansions for us in that city. And just think, folks, for what we're doing and who we're going to bring with us through sharing that good news of Jesus, and to be part of the New Jerusalem that God Himself is preparing for the faithful, as He told us in the Bible.
Well, can't say it better than that. So we want to thank you for joining us for this edition of Week in Review here in the Loma Linda Broadcasting Network. We'll see you next time.